So I recently saw a video talking about how Charlie Kirk was a notorious stochastic terrorist. Recent examples in Canadian politics would include Andrew Scheer, who recently leveraged his large following against someone with a smaller following. Now, if you aren't familiar with the idea, stochastic refers to the idea of randomness. The idea is that if you say something hateful enough times to enough people, someone is going to think it's appropriate to take things way too far. And you would never want that. Wink. Did I wink? Wink. It's hard to wink just one eye with. Actually, the eyes are supposed to stay in sync. J.K. Rowling has a reputation for doing this. I read an article a while ago about how she'll choose to engage with a trans activist who has a much smaller following. And she'll be like, oh, I just want to engage with their ideas, knowing full well that she has an army of adult neckbeards who grew up reading her books, who would love nothing more than to just hunt down that trans activist and make them less active. It's a form of intimidation, and it works incredibly well. It allows a big, powerful person to say something that, to most of the people who like them, like let's just say 75%, they hear it and they think, yeah, well, sure, whatever. But the person with the platform, they are fully aware that they have enough people who like them, love them, who want their approval, who want to be seen as part of that person's fighter squadron. They know that statistically, somebody isn't going to just do a barrel roll. They're going to want to launch everything they've got. You may be thinking, that doesn't just have to be a person with a huge following. It can just be someone with a biggerish following, or someone who just has like 20 people who really want the approval of one charismatic figure. And you may be thinking, since a lot of my followers have learned things about narcissism, that this sounds like the person is trying to use flying monkeys. And yes, that is exactly what they're doing. The difference is that the more prominent a narcissist platform is, the less they need to coordinate with their flying monkeys. They identify a target, and they wait for someone who has a parasocial relationship with them, who has poor boundaries and poor impulse control to ruin their lives, trying to earn the approval that will never come. In fact, if they ever pull off something that the narcissist wants, the narcissist never asked for it explicitly. They have plausible deniability. If somebody needs to call the coroner, they didn't ask for that. They were just trying to have a respectful debate while cultivating a massive cult following whose mental health they never took into account. Or, well, they did, but they didn't value it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not some hippie that thinks that the best solution to every problem is just endure heaps of traumatic events while never fighting back. That just ensures that you've helped someone else practice for their crimes against someone else, which is a bit unkind if you think about it. But there is a huge difference between criticizing someone's ideas and dehumanizing them. So if a public figure, whether they be a politician, an actor, or musician, or even a content creator, says something where you're like, it seems like they want me to go after their enemies for them, ask yourself, do you want to work for free for them? How are you going to feel when they throw you under the bus and claim that they never said anyone should dox that person or stalk that person or hide in their shower with pointy implements? If they are so big and powerful, they can fight their own battles because they will sell you out the moment they are expected to be accountable for the actions they wanted of you.